Ryan, I'm like you guys, he's right. And he said, Miskiff invited me. And I said, well, who's Miskiff? And at that time, I just watched Ryan and Cheese and Punkay and Benny and some of those guys, right? And the guys that I met at SGQ. So he had a Jeep, but the Jeep's air conditioning was broken. And I said, "Oh," I said, "you can't drive your car down there." I said, "It's too hot." I said, it's in, Texas in June or July. Are you kidding me? Right? And the humidity. So we let him take our car. And I said to him, I said, "Do not overstay your welcome. Do not overstay your welcome. Sometimes company is like fish. After 3 days, it starts to stink." I said, "Be mindful of that." And so he even mentioned that to Mizzy, that because Mizzy even talked about it on stream that he said that not to overstay his welcome. And then when he came back from Mizzy, we were all out in the pool swimming, and Ryan said, "Mizzy wants me to move in." Well, my heart went to my feet, and I said to him, "The brain spoke, the heart did not speak. The heart was unable to speak. The brain said, the door is opening. You got to walk through it." And we encouraged him to go. And the rest is history. If my heart had spoken, he'd still be in that pool. It's so hard. It's so hard to let your babies go. I mean, to leave the area because I didn't know if he would ever come back. And it's I mean, Sim Dad and I, our biggest regret, we have 4 kids. Our biggest regret is not having 4 more. But I had Simply at 42 and I was not interested in breaking any records. Thank you very much. But I don't know, a hell of a good mom. I did the best. I love my guys. I love my kids they are my heart and my soul. But understand, folks, when you decide to have a child, be ready to give up your time, your energy, your patience, and your money because they deserve it. If you're not ready to do that, then hold off. But with Simp Dad wanted a family so bad, and it's been a blessing. It's been an absolute blessing. My children mean the absolute. There isn't anything that I wouldn't do for my kids. There's nothing I wouldn't do for my kids. And to see him succeed, but to see him go. But if you guys remember, I like he gave me enough time to make a lot of gifts and a lot of goodies for to go down there with when he moved in, and he's done very well down there. I think he will move back to Minnesota because there isn't a better place, I don't think, to raise a family. We moved here when Simply was 2 years old from Western New York, and there is not a better place. The schools are better, the medical system's better, the park system is out of this world. I mean, and the people are nicer here. There is not a better place. We were only going to stay here for 10 years and then move back home. And then after 9 months, Simp Dad says, "Do you want to go back to New York?" And I said, "No." I said, "Everything's better here." And we just love it. We came here for a job opportunity that he had. But yeah, and he's the baby. Yes, yes, that's right, Mr. Comfy Clothes. He's the baby, and it's always hard. Well, when I dropped him off at college, uh, and I have a picture of him waving goodbye. I cried all the way home. I cried for 2 weeks. I walked by I had to shut his bedroom door because I couldn't look. I couldn't look. And it was just, and Cynthia was like, "Are you going to be all right?" I said, "Yes, I'm going to be all right." But it's the end. College is a transition point, and as you well know, sometimes from there you get your own place, and you never move back home. So it's a little bit of a transition, and that was very hard. I was walking when I went to meet the new neighbor. There was another woman walking down the street that I thought might have been the new neighbor, although she was a little older, like in her 40s. And so I said, "Are you the new neighbor?" She goes, "No, I live across the way." And then she was saying, "I'm walking my dog." And then we got talking. She goes, "I just took my baby to college last week." And I said, "Have you stopped crying?" She goes, "No." So that's what happens. Yeah. But you know what? You just want your kids to be happy. And like I said, that was a big one for him to walk away from a free ride. Who gets a free ride in a master's program, right? You know? But he did, and he's done well, and at the end of the day, he's living his life, not my life. He's living his life, and I'm so proud of him. I'm so proud of him. Well,